Where should a new grad start? In the ICU or in the ED? Answering another question from the tribe is part of my heysean vlog series where I field questions from the tribe, and they usually start the question with the words, "Hey Sean." This is an interesting question because normally people ask me, or the common popular question is, should a new grad start in the ICU? So I'm excited to see that things are transitioning a little bit, that now new grads are not questioning whether or not they should go into a specialty area as their first job, but which specialty area. As a new grad, choosing between the ICU and the emergency department, it's kind of the same thing, at least from your perspective as a green behind the ears nurse. It's going to be fast-paced. You're going to have attention to detail. You are going to have a firm grasp of hemodynamics. You're going to have to enjoy the fluctuation in stress. You're going to have a greater appreciation for the feast or famine concept, where it's either going to be completely controlled and maybe even the Q word, or you're going to be so freaking busy that you have no idea what time of the day it is and you don't remember if you actually got to pee or not. I think the question you have to ask yourself is this a stepping stone to another career choice? Or do you feel that this is where you want to be? This is where you want to end up? Now, I know there isn't a new grad out there that can secure their future in the first job, but you want to set yourself up for success. Which of those two jobs is going to benefit you the most in the career that you are choosing? Do you have an interest in going back to school once you get your feet wet, or are you interested in advancing your career to the next step? Do you want to become a manager? Do you want to become a clinician? Do you want to become a nurse practitioner? How about becoming a midwife or a CRNA? What matters is, will either one of those jobs get you there quicker, or will it help you transition into that role easier? In the emergency department, it's kind of a treat 'em and street 'em kind of mentality, and that's not something I made up. That's an ER thing. Basically, you stabilize them and move them on to where they gotta go. So you don't deal with a lot of the stabilizing treatments, interventions, and you mostly don't treat a lot of the chronic illnesses that will complicate acute problems. In the ICU, you could have patients that could be there for a single day, or they could be there upwards of 45 days. No, I ain't making that up. You can imagine there's going to be you're going to treat patients a little differently. At the end of the day, you're going to treat the emergency the same way. ACLS protocols. If you move on in your career, you'll learn about ATLS protocols. A-T as in Tom. TLS protocols. You'll learn about resuscitative efforts. You'll learn about, running different types of codes. You'll get to see a little bit more interesting things like balloon pumps, open hearts, neurological surgeries. You're not going to get to see a lot of those things in the ED. In the ED, you're going to see a lot of the same stuff. I'm not saying the ED is boring in any way, but the ED probably has a little bit more predictability when it comes to the patient population. It really doesn't matter, quite honestly. As a new grad, there's really, you're micro-analyzing the benefits, the risks and the benefits of choosing ICU over ED. It's your very first job. You're probably not going to stay there long. Most people don't find one job and then they're there for their entire career. So you want to keep that in mind. You want to get the most out of the experience. And by all means, you don't want to treat the job as if it's just a temporary thing. You want to dive into it fully into learning what you need to learn. But where is it going to take you? What's the next step for you? Talk to an ICU nurse, talk to an ED nurse, talk to both of them in the facility that you're interested in. If you're able to, I would tour each of the facility departments, and I would also shadow each one of those nurses so that you can get a feel for what's going on, because no two ICUs are the same and no two EDs are the same, and that may very well weight your decision, influence which one you'll choose. Best of luck to you. What's the tribe have to say? If you had to do it all over again as a new grad, would you choose ICU or would you choose ED? And why? Thanks for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed anything you saw or heard. If you liked anything, hopefully you can give it a thumbs up. While you're down there, maybe you can leave a comment or two. And as always, check your own pulse first.